Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another fast Descendant video. So I wanted to cover the Predator Instinct Transcendent Module for Gley and see how the build holds up with the new content, because the last time I covered this was when we got Harris and the Supermassive Receptor. After that I got a little bored of spamming the Restored Relic, so I hadn't looked into this or updated the build. But now I thought we'll check out the two newer dungeons, the Forbidden Sanctuary and the Underwater Base Dungeon. I've made some minor changes to the build as well to just min-max things a bit more. So I'll go over that and show you the footage later on for the two dungeons, because I was surprised a little bit myself at how good the build still is. I was getting faster clear times than my ultimate Freyna in the Forbidden Sanctuary. Alright, so let's have a look at the Gley build first. We are using the Predator Instinct Transcendent Module. And so with this one, when we have the first skill active, it slowly increases your firearm damage. You can see on the frenzied side, on the right hand side, you'll see all the changes. Don't worry too much about it. We are just trying to keep the first skill active all the time. After that, we just activate the third skill. Now this third skill, when we activate this, we get something called Maximize Lethality when we are in the frenzied state, meaning when her hair is white. And this removes the cost of ammo completely. So you don't need ammo. Even if you have zero ammo, you can keep firing. And then you have a duration of this. And then you get certain other benefits like firearm critical hit rate, critical hit damage, weak point damage. And then you get some additional damage. There is a damage multiplier. So the number we are looking for here is HP times 0.6%. And the maximum damage we can get is 210%, which basically means you need to have 35,000 HP on Gley. Now, if you can't get 35, that is fine. Try to get as much as possible, because that will increase the additional damage of the firearm. Now, when you are out of your frenzy state, you get some recovery, faster recovery, running speed, sprint speed, things like that. So you're not worried about that. We are going to be in the frenzied state pretty much all the time when she's using the Restored Relic. So yeah, so we don't have to worry about building into skill of any kind. We just want the cooldown to be lower than the duration of our third skill. So the duration you see over here is 19.4 seconds. And the cooldown is 7.3, well over double. And this way, you'll have that skill available to you all the time. And you'll just keep firing. As soon as you are close to the 19.4 seconds, you start it again, keep firing non-stop. That is how easy it is. So you need to increase the duration, lower the cooldown, increase the HP to 35,000. That is basically what we are trying to do here with this build. So Stim Accelerant, increased HP. These two mods will give you the most HP. We are using two focus mods for the cooldown. You can use any two. You don't have to have these two. And also, you don't even need to have these enhanced, because we are only interested in the minus 6.1%. So two of these to get some cooldown. We get MP Conversion, Nimble Fingers to add more cooldown. And then we want duration with extension and maximize duration. I've put increased defense because a lot of people want to use this in like a public, in a group, a four-man team. And so sometimes the bosses can be difficult. This was an issue when the Supermassive came out and the Pattern Flores was killing a lot of people. So I increased the defense so that people can tank the damage and still do fine. So this is there for that reason. And then finally, we have the Ancestors module. Main thing you want here is max HP. That is it. As much HP as possible so that you can get to that 35,000. Duration, it'll be a nice thing to have as well. But yeah, max HP and duration, that is all you need. Cooldown, we are already very low on the cooldown. If you get cooldown, there's no harm in it. But yeah, duration and HP are more important. So that is all you need for this. All right, so on the outside, let's look at the Relic build first, because that is important. And then we'll go over the external components and things like that. Those also play a little bit here into this. But yeah, let's have a look at the Restored Relic first. So over here, we have 5 cores. We have 2 element cores, 2 free cores, and 1 green core. We want to put 3 fire rate cores and 2 fire element cores. So the fire rate cores you can put in the 2 free slots and in the green one, and in the element ones, obviously you put the fire element ones. Your fire rate cores need to be exactly 20%. If you have 2 at 20, 1 at 19, you will lose a lot of fire rate. So it has to be 20. So you have to keep rolling, and you'll have to waste a lot of gold and a lot of converting of the different cores, level 10 cores, to get that 20%. So that is like the main difficulty of this build. If you can get the 20%, you are set. Now for the options, we want multi-hit damage, multi-hit chance, explosive attack, and fire attack. Those are the things for this Restored Relic launcher, because this is a multi-hit weapon. Inside, we have this build for Gley. You can use it with other people. With Gley, you're not worried about extra ammo and things like that. So rifling reinforcement, action reaction, charge amplification. These will give you the explosive attack. Then we have fire enhancement and fire priority for the element. We are not worried about the reload time increasing because, again, we don't have to worry about reloading this. Even with 0 ammo, we can just keep firing with our third skill. Then we are using multi-piercing sights and multi-percussion sight for the multi-hit chance and the multi-hit damage. We are using increased radius and we are using ammo optimization. So we do get some rounds per magazine here, but nobody cares about that. So ammo optimization will increase the range and the radius basically. So yeah, so that is it. That is how simple the build is. The main difficulty, like I said, is getting the 320% course on this one. So after that, we look at the external components. Now we are using 2 pieces of the Firebrand and 2 pieces of the Shell Crusher. The Firebrand gives us range and duration. So again, duration, we are getting some duration here. And then with the Shell Crusher, we are getting fire rate of 5%. So this also helps increase our fire rate to our maximum value. Now for the rolls, you want max HP and you can get fire resistance, or you can pick something else because Gley doesn't use MP. Over here, again, I've gone with HP recovery modifier and chill resistance. Over here, I did not get the ideal roll, but you can get defense and electric resistance. We don't want MP recovery modifier. And then over here, again, I've gone with toxin and ESIF display. Again, you can pick any 2 you want. For the course, you want max HP and defense on all of them. Defense, max HP, defense, max HP, defense, max HP, defense. Result is we are at 98,000 defense. So that is how you can tank the damage, and we are at 35,000 health. Now for the health, we also get some from the Arche Tuning. For the reactor, any reactor, the 2 options you want are cooldown and duration. So I'm using the non-attribute and dimension. You can use a fire and singular if you want, as long as you have cooldown and duration. That is the more important thing here. For the Arche Tuning, we are going all on the gun side, left side. We are taking these 2 because taking these 2 helped me get my build up to 35,000. So yeah, I'm taking these 2. Then we are going and taking all the enhanced weapon, specialized performance. So melee weapon, piercing rate. These 3 are not really that important. We are not using the shadow here. We don't need to. And so this is not really useful. We are just using this to connect basically. And then we go enhanced accuracy. We take all the weapon attack. We take the enhanced double strike. So the multi-hit chance, multi-hit damage. We take all of this, go through here, back up through here. Take the golden enhanced weapon. We take the purple one as well. And like I said, we take these 2 for the HP. So you don't even need a mutant cell or something here. And in the build you saw, we are not even using a trigger mod. So this is very friendly for newer players. So if you have just reached Sigma sector and you finished the Arche Tuning and you've reached mastery rank 18 and you can do the void erosion purge, you can use this build and you don't have to worry about all the extra shenanigans we have with the trigger modules and the ancestors modules and things like that. Like even the ancestors module isn't really needed. I just had some HP on this, so I put it here to get to that 35. Inversion reinforcement, again, this is more or less optional. So you can get something like selective cellular stimulation to get some max HP. It reduce incoming damage, even though we have 98,000 defense and 35,000 HP. You can still take this. And if you plan on, swinging your sword a little bit, the shadow, you can take this. But yeah, this is also more or less optional. And yeah, that is basically the build. Also, the doggo, you can go with the HP fellow, the Hagios sheepdog. But yeah, that is it. That is the whole build for Gley. I'll leave you with the footage for the Forbidden Sanctuary and the underwater base dungeon. And yeah, as long as you're not bothered by the extra recoil, it's not too bad. But if you use it continuously, you may get bored. But as long as you're not bothered with the recoil, you can use this build for everything and you'll have a lot of fun. That's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
will find my daughter.
Initiating the underwater base search operation, Descendant. Multiple Vulgus approaching from the front. Neutralize them. Security disarmed. Descendant, proceed inside. Descendant, destroy the device up ahead.
I will find my daughter.
Multiple Vulgus approaching from the front. Neutralize them.
All my senses have come alive.
We're detecting multiple Vulgus signals. You need to use your hoverbike from here on out. Descendant, massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful. Preparation complete. Great job, Descendant.